of anticipate when we decided to do this in our early 20s was how many people's stories we would get to hear because of our music. And it's incredible how music connects, with people's lives. And so we get to hear these great stories from people, whether it's something as simple as like, your high school graduation video soundtrack, or we danced to our wedding, to your first dance, or all those beautiful, fun, joyous occasions. But then also on the other side of it, we get messages from people that tell us about how a song sort of helped carry them through an addiction recovery journey, or help them bury their loved one, their dad or friend or kid. And I mean, it's just intense stuff. And what we know about our fans is that y'all live really beautiful but complicated lives, and but just like us, And I also recognize in a room with this many people that somebody here came with their friend or neighbor and they don't know our music, and you're like, hey man, that's not how it works for us with your music. We don't even know it yet. If that's true, welcome to the family. Yeah. But we're completely honored and humbled by that, and just really just kind of want to say thanks. Music for us, the reason we got into this as songwriters and eventually as artists, is the music had done that for us. Kind of soundtracked and carried us through our hardest and best moments. And so, thanks for this job. One of the songs on the new record was written kind of in a little bit of a dark night of the soul. The world is such a tough place and insatiably cruel at times, and confusing. Some people celebrate it, some people mourn it. And I was just having one of those nights where I was like, man, I can't believe we get all the eras to live in, and we got done with this one, So we were watching this movie, great movie called Jojo Rabbit. And if you haven't seen it, it's like the darkest, loveliest comedy, sad thing you've ever seen. And it's my kind of movie. So Scarlett Johansson is this mom, and she has her son, and I won't go into too many details, but they're in occupied Europe, and she's part of the resistance, and he's not, very much not so. And they argue, and anyways, there's a scene where, in the midst of some like really chaotic and hard stuff, she's dancing. And the son's like, why are you dancing? This is not a time for dancing. And she's like, dancing, they can never take it away from me. She's like, dancing is my way to tell God that I'm grateful to be alive. And so the movie ended, and I was like, Ellie, should we write a song? It's called We Can Go Dancing. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Go dancing on the weekend, baby. We can go dancing wherever we go. We can start laughing when the world gets heavy. Laugh before the credits roll. See, it ain't crime, it ain't crime to be glad that you're alive, as long as you're fighting the good fight. can start laughing when the world gets heavy.